What's up, guys? Denver Gamer back again, and today we're going to talk about GameCube games, but more specifically, GameCube games that were multi-platform and had extra content exclusive to the GameCube. Let's check it out. Okay, let's kick this off with Fight Night Round 2. Back when SSX Tricky and the first NBA Street title were released, they had arrived to critical acclaim but were selling nowhere near as many copies on the GameCube as they were on the original Xbox and PlayStation 2. EA cut a deal with Nintendo to use some of their characters in EA's 2005 sports game lineup. The end result being that Fight Night Round 2 features a full copy of Super Punch-Out, originally released for the Super Nintendo. And if you beat that game, you can unlock Little Mac as a fighter, even though he kinda looks like ass. Don't worry, you can enter a code to unlock him if you want to skip the hard work. Check it out. Yes. Mortal Kombat Deception. It's hard to argue how awesome this game was and still is. Unfortunately, the GameCube version did not feature online support. The trade-off was that the GameCube version added 2 more characters, Goro and Shao Kahn, along with their stories and finishing moves. The GameCube version also starts you off with half the secret characters already unlocked, which means less time in the conquest mode. This game is also packed with extras and minigames, so if you are a huge Mortal Kombat fan, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. This one is probably a no-brainer and known to most of you guys out there, but I had to include it. The Soul Calibur franchise is famous for including a bonus character unique to each system port. Soul Calibur is one of my absolute favorite fighting series of all time, and when I saw that Link was included in the GameCube version, it blew me away. I spent hours playing the original Soul Blade, and when the first Soul Calibur came out, I spent hours playing that for the Dreamcast. When Soul Calibur II came out with a different bonus character on each system, I had to play all versions, and I recommend that you do too. So back to the Electronic Arts and Nintendo deal, the second game to feature Nintendo intellectual properties was SSX On Tour. SSX On Tour is an awesome snowboarding game, and in this port, you can also pick Mario, Luigi, and Princess Peach as playable characters. Mario and Luigi play as snowboarders while Peach has skis. I would have liked to see Peach have a snowboard. The gameplay feels very fluid and the graphics hold up to this day. They also utilize classic Mario sound effects in the game as well to give it that nostalgic throwback for the time. It's pretty cheap on eBay as of the date of this video, so I would definitely recommend picking this one up. Rayman III Hoodlum Havoc is an incredible platformer and holds up well today. I had a blast playing this game. Did you know that the GameCube version has an extra mode? A few other games had extra features with the Game Boy Advance and link cable, but this one was by far my favorite. This game features a co-op minigame called Mad Tracks. One player controls a rocket car with Rayman in it on the racetrack. The other player uses the Game Boy Advance and link cable to play a game similar to Tetris. Now get this. The player with the Game Boy Advance is laying the track for the player that is racing with Rayman. That is the Tetris game. You are laying the track for the player using the GameCube controller. It is also 4-player with 2 GameCubes and 2 Game Boy Advances. I have not had an opportunity to try that. It's just amazing. Now, I have never personally been into the Dragon Ball Z games, but after capturing some gameplay, I can definitely see its appeal. I totally suck ass at the fighting system, though. Anyway, the GameCube version of Dragon Ball Z Budokai II has extra costumes for the character. I guess they were only released in the Japanese version, but this is the only version in the US to have them. So definitely pick this one up if you see it in the bargain bin. Okay, we are down to the third and final EA game with Nintendo characters in it for the GameCube. I see this game everywhere, and it is NBA Street Volume 3. You get Mario, Luigi, and Peach again, and this time you get to square off against NBA's finest. There's also an extra stage called Nintendo Court. They have the old school sound effects again when they score and for various moves, so it gives you that kind of nostalgia and throwback. This game was pretty fun to play and not as good as my personal favorite arcade basketball game of all time, NBA Jam on Fire Edition. But check this one out. Thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you for the likes, the subscriptions. And if you remember, I held up Splinter Cell Pandora Tomorrow in the beginning of the video. And it says here, includes all new jungle levels and features. Well, this is kind of an honorable mention because this has basically the same features that the PS2 version got, but they both have different features than the Xbox version. Now, the Xbox version is considered the best playable version, but it's definitely worth checking out because it does have different features. Like after every level, you get like an evaluation. It has bonus jungle levels, and then it also they went back and they put branching paths back through the original levels. So it's pretty interesting. This is another one you can check out if you know of any games for the GameCube that have extra content. I know there's Harry Potter has a Game Boy Advance link cable feature and a couple others, but put them down there in the comments and let me know. I'd love to have enough for a follow-up video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Thank you.